know of.
It's okay. If they miss, you can just use their characters as meat shields.
I don't think either of the characters could be meat shields.
Well, Marcus could. He can heal himself. And Jericho could. They just can't go down and around.
Which are you thinking
Oh, hold on. I don't want everybody to know.
of? I know. I'm looking
Because-
at things now.
Because not everybody was there.
Oh, number 30 on your list.
Yes.
Okay.
Could you send it to me a message?
Yeah, you could have that done.
Thank you. Sorry, guys.
Hmm.
Again, if not everybody was there, I don't want everybody to know.
All right.
Jericho would be the only other person that knows.
Yeah.
Because he was there with me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Rocco would never feel the need to mention anything he's learned. Oh, ah!
That's okay.
I love you.
We lost Milo.
I'm excited now.
So am I. Rocco,
What?
is your game that you DM a live one, or is it like is it with like a group of friends in real life, or is it
In real life.
Okay?
Why?
No, I was just curious.
It's nice to know that you care about my life.
Not really. I was just curious, but
You don't care about me?
I never said that.
That's what you meant.
Uh,
Well, this escalated quickly.
Did that time mean nothing to you? I gave you my first.
What?
And I'm stepping outside. You guys can finish this conversation on your own.
Hey, I'm just grabbing the popcorn.
Rocco, have a nice cutout thing of me, and I'll step away, and you can
Wait,
talk.
if there's popcorn, I'm sitting next to Milo.
Yeah, I'd like to sit next to Milo too.
Why is it? No. There's only two sides of Milo can be.
You got
Sit
me
with.
drunk. You made me feel pretty. And then you fucked me. You should have brought lube.
Well, that's your fault.
How is that my fault? I didn't know that I was gonna have to dress up for you. I didn't know I needed to look pretty.
Well, preparation is always the bottom's responsibility.
What actually is going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
It just kind of kept going.
Yeah, I figured.
I thought this was the whole story.
Of course, Rocco said that one night, but that's not the point.
Yeah, it was multiple nights.
I feel like someone's about to get rickrolled.
Yep. Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna put you down.
Hey, Dalton, you watch Game Grumps, right?
Yes, of course.
Ready for the jump kick?
Uh,
I fucking love that.
which video was that?
Super Mario Maker.
Okay, which episode?
I forget. I think it was last night's or the night before's.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, last night they had that funny joke where it's, what's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? I wouldn't want a garbanzo bean on my face.
The mouth. I don't think I saw the most recent one, but I think I saw the one before that. So I think yesterday's.
Where are these scrubs?
I'm feeling lonely. Every single kid at the daycare was talking nonstop about Zootopia.
Oh yeah, that came out today, didn't it?
Yeah.
That came out today? Oh shit, I got paid today. I should put a check on that.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah. And I also got caught up completely on Naruto Shippuden.
Well,
Ew.
that's your fucking first mistake. We'll see you in like 30 years when they.
I already did. I went through 170 episodes since Sunday.
Don't worry, it's nowhere even close to done. So that's.
It is done. That's the thing. The manga's done.
Yeah, but it's gonna take a while.
But the episodes,
It should.
It literally
I did the
gives
math.
me. Listen to me right now. It literally gives me DBZ like PTSD flashbacks. The episodes of Naruto.
It's
Like,
worse.
It's so bad.
Because whenever they fucking are about
And
to
I
punch
have-
somebody,
and
they're
I
just
have
like,
to watch
let
it.
me recall back to my childhood days of yore when all this led up to.
And I have to continue watching it because I want to see the end of it. Like I want to see it animated.
I know. I want it. I want it hard.
See, this is why I'm so glad I didn't get into Naruto, just because
Same.
it's so long. That
Same, but instead I got into Fairy Tail, which God knows is gonna be just as fucking.
oh god.
Yeah, that's gonna be horrible.
I've already seen up to 200 and some fucking episodes, and God only knows that I'm only somewhat. I think I'm in the 3rd season. There's so far, if I believe correctly, 5 or 6 at the moment. Could be wrong.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna pay some bills while we give our other 2 scrubs a few minutes.
Oh
to
no,
show
no,
up.
no, that's fine.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, where are these 2 scrubs?
No.
Scrub a dub dub in the tub.
Scrub lords. I love burgers.
I should probably get food at some point.
Yeah, now would be a good time to do that because there's not gonna be a lot of time during this episode.
All right, I'll be
Especially
right
for
back.
you.
Yep, especially for me.
Mhm.
Why do I just feel like I forget what my pin is? You know, I use the same pin for like everything.
Yeah, security 101. Use the same pin for everything.
Well, so everything except for my debit card. Everything like online for like
Okay.
login purposes. So it's a good part of the game, right? Continue paying this thing? Gross. I hate spending money.
Okay, I've finally decided on what general spells to prepare
That's
each
good.
day.
That's good. We do have to go through all of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun for you now. You have your 3rd level spells now.
Yeah, I have 18 spells and I can only prepare half of them.
Isn't that fun?
Oh, it sure is great.
Am I gonna need Fireball today? I think I'll need. No. Yeah, I think I'll need Fireball.
Yeah, you've got it easy. You just which fire spell to have today. Whereas for me, it's
I'm sorry, were you there for the fire elementals that kicked my ass? Yeah, which fire spell am I gonna use against that thing? Let's see. Scorching Ray, Firebolt. Ooh, I'm gonna Burning Hands it and hope that's effective.
the downsides of a pyromantic.
I have fallen in love with the warlock.
Yeah.
It's a good class.
One of my players has a warlock, so I finally decided to look over that class. Oh my god, it's so awesome!
They can be.
a lot of its strength is in the fact that you can do some magic without using spell slots.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, the invocations are awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing you were saying. I know.
No, it's fine. I can agree with me in 3 different directions as well. You know what's also amazing? Short rest magic.
Yeah, but what I was more talking about
Yeah.
from the whole saying that what's the word I'm looking for? That the invocations. I was talking more like the agonizing blast, which adds your charisma modifier to your eldritch blast.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
dragon sorcerers get that too.
Yeah, but at the same time, here's the thing with eldritch blast though is that you get the way it works is instead of it being like 2d10 damage, you just do another attack. So you also get
Ooh, yes.
yeah, so you also get that plus whatever each time you attack.
You realize it's not from agonizing blast. It's actually eldritch blast, the way it's written, right?
No, the name of the name of the invocation is agonizing blast. The spell is called eldritch blast.
Agonizing Blast only does the extra damage. It adds your charisma modifier.
Yeah, eldritch blast, the way it's written, it does additional beams of damage.
Yep. It's because.
But you have to make an attack each time.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're targeting the same target.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, damn. I'm sorry.
Hey, Jordan, your phone did a thing.
It did do a thing.
Jordan, I'm scared. Hold me.
Alright, Jericho. I believe in you. Typically, when I say I believe in you, that means you should probably show up, motherfucker.
Oh, no, it doesn't work like that, no. It says to make a separate attack roll for each beam.
I was pretty sure if you fired at the same target, you were fine.
Nah, it's a separate attack roll. So wouldn't that mean that you would also add your the invocation to that as well? Because you're basically just using it again.
Yeah, no. You add the agonizing blast, gets added to every beam.
Mhm.
I prefer Pact of the Blade roll.
Nah, what kills it for me is the action to summon a weapon.
I mean,
Pact
Maybe-
of the Blade. It takes a
I-
full action to summon the sword.
and you can also sneak in anywhere you want without a weapon, and then also have a weapon whenever you want.
I think I'm just too used to fires that are really quick to get at it. I just don't like the thought of a whole round doing nothing.
Well, I mean, so the deal is, right, if, like, it's doesn't mean anything unless your DM's a dick in, like, situations where you're, like, trying to talk it out with somebody, and if you make the first aggression, then you just, alright, I summon my blade pack weapon. But, yeah. I mean, I see what you mean.
Also, it would technically mean that you would have to have a really good stats for that though too.
You do need decent stats for
Yeah.
Blade Pact. For sure.
Yeah, if we're gonna go blade luck.
Definitely.
Because you need charisma, dexterity, you always need constitution.
Yeah.
And you, depending on which weapons you're going to be using, you would need to either focus on dexterity or strength.
Oh, that's no different than a paladin. Really. Like a generic paladin, like any paladin in the world. It's kind of stat reliant. Oh, well, we'll wait for Marcus to actually finish changing, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And Jericho will show up in a few minutes after that.
Really excited now that I know something.
Jordan, out of curiosity, is there any way you can turn up your mic? Because I've got you really soft, everyone else really loud.
When I reinstalled the motherboard, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't pick up the microphone as well as it should, and I have it turned up all the way. So I will move it closer to myself and project my voice slightly more.
This is all the dispatcher training kicking in.
Twizzlers!
So, what in the balls happened while I missed our last session?
Oh, Mail
Jordan.
died.
I don't feel like explaining this again.
Yeah, Mail died and he got a... You remember that salamander thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it killed us. It came back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it kills us all. We've all got to grow new characters.
No, just Mail.
Just Mayo.
You need to stop lying there.
Oh, hey.
Milo.
Ask and you shall receive.
Oh, we're all here.
Perfect timing. See, I came back with my sandwich. I got Coca-Cola next to me. I'm pretty good right now.
I have Twizzlers.
I have a sandwich.
I'm asking for a large pizza. Come on, large pizza.
Ugh.
I have Twizzlers, strawberry and lemonade.
And I'm sitting here with my lasagna.
The difference between functional adults and a college student.
I'm a college student. I don't know what you're talking about.
Functional adults and college student.
Man, I am really upset I missed last session.
You should be.
Hands up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I'm
got,
calling you back and all.
we got boobs on our team now.
We do.
And I'm still waiting for the answer to my question. Is it a hot pair of boobs, or is this like so-so boobs?
Or is this dwarf boobs?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, hairy boobs aren't my favourite, to be
Oh.
fair.
Also, I have something that might interest you, Marcus. I became a follower of a religion.
Can you
Which
guys hear me
one?
now?
Rhea.
Okay. Ooh. Our religion is saved.
Ugh.
Wait.
I was
So, yeah.
just remember, Brian, righteous fire.
Righteous fire.
Bless you, Brian.
See, this
Live
is
long.
why
Fuck.
this is why I'm going to love this new character.
Is it a paladin?
No.
Oh, lame. Ooh,
Holy
Much
shit.
better.
But yeah, but
Yeah.
That's the clearest I've ever heard you.
So why righteous fire? Is he Zetch?
I don't know. Pyromancer, righteous fire. Seems a great direction to go.
I like this. Are we still besties?
I think so.
All right, I'm okay with this.
How about now? Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
very good.
Yes!
Cool. We can do it.
I hear you.
Who became besties?
Zetch and Wolf.
Well,
and,
Zetch and Marcus
Marcus.
basically didn't do much, with the others, so they basically just, hung out all of last session. So there's
Yeah,
some
we were
good
talking
things,
about Playmate of the Month.
they're not called playmates, obviously. They're called wenches for obvious reasons.
Whores in other terms.
Fuckers!
No. Wenches are not whores. Wenches do not get paid for their services.
Ah, so the sluts.
Basically.
Oh, they're my sister.
Ooh.
Oh, this went dark.
Alright. No
This
problem,
picture is
Jericho.
making me
Everybody's
super
here.
moist.
That makes me super happy. But it is 6:20, so we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Jordan, it's very weird hearing you.
I'm sorry. I
No,
apologize.
I've never heard you this clearly before.
I think what happened was when I reinstalled the stuff on my computer, I didn't set the microphone up properly, and I noticed it was on like the lowest quality setting it could possibly be.
Mhm.
And
wow.
so I turned it up to the highest quality setting it could possibly be, which is still, granted, this is still a $10 Walmart piece of shite microphone.
And it's
But
lasted you years.
I'm hoping. Oh yeah, no, I've been using this thing for a good 5 years now, so But when I get my Blue Yeti, man, you guys are in for a treat.
You whore.
I'm already in a treat with all
You guys
this
are in for a
voice here.
treat.
Indeed.
Cool. Now all of my really really horrible accents are going to sound even better, which is amazing. So
By better, you mean worse?
no. I mean better because you'll actually be able to tell I'm using an accent instead of just talking funny.
I'm happy, Jordan. I think you'll do great.
So I think the first order of business is to note this is still a thing. Oh wait, I can't do it on this with this account. Hold on. I'm just gonna make a new account and
Damn it, Twitch.
This is
Twitch,
still
you
a thing.
bitch.
We should probably address that at some point, I would assume.
Agreed.
Yeah.
However, I will give a recap for the two individuals who were not here. Last week, our adventurers made it out of the caves of death that they were traveling through. And they found themselves on the inside of the crater that surrounds Talabheim. And so with some featherfall from Milo and slow descent to the ground. Well, actually, it's not really even that slow. 30 feet a second is, or 30 feet around, right? So, or was it 30 feet a second?
What is it?
I think
60
30
feet per round,
Yeah,
so
60
10
feet
feet
per
a
round.
second.
Yeah, so 10 feet a second is not slow. But you guys landed safely. You walked through. You walked the roadway that runs kind of that cuts between the forest that is in Talabheim, which is to the south. And actually, I'll just do this too, if you all are not looking, and maybe this will help. Wait, that's not how you do this. I feel like I have not ever done Roll20 before in my entire life. There we go. Cool. So, you guys can see that there is the Dankerwood, or the Dankerwood, which is in the southern part of Talabheim, and then the northern part is actually filled with mostly farmlands and stuff like that. So, you guys noticed very, very easily that there appeared to be, in what would be like people preparing for springtime and for planting crops and doing such and such, the earth was very barren and very warm as well. There was a lot of heat coming from the ground. That shouldn't be there. It almost felt like walking on sand that had been baking in the sun for most of the day. And so, you guys, that was a curious note. And you also noticed there was no one really out, like tilling the fields or preparing to plant a crop or anything like that. So, you continued your way into Talabheim, and when you arrived in Talabheim, you, first thing Raka did was scare an old man. And you guys ended up encountering the madam who runs a tavern there, Madame LaRoche. And Madame LaRoche was a very interesting character, which I know I said I was going to put her on the character thing, but I haven't yet. We'll get to that. But Madame LaRoche is known well throughout the city. By pretty much everyone you've encountered at least knows of her. Some other interesting notes that happened. There's talk within the city, obviously, of no one's able to travel in or out of the city. So there are some people that are kind of stranded here. Not very many, because it's not a very visited town or city. But news that you all had entered the city recently was starting to spread like wildfire, obviously, because for weeks no one has been able to come or go, and you are now essentially the first people that have been able to do this, which led to some interesting conversations and deflections and other such nonsense. However, eventually you guys got the idea to go see the Elector Count from a mutual friend that Mail had met. And what did I name him again? No,
Sergey.
Yeah, Sergey. And Sergey was very clearly Russian, or at least that dialect. And he was in charge of the he was in charge of the Tal's Chosen, and Tal's Chosen are kind of like the I would say town militia, but they're a little more organized than that. They're like a permanent fixture. They're kind of like maybe the National Guard that we have in the States. I don't know if there's an equivalent of that for you, Milo, but essentially they're like citizen soldiers, right? Where they, maybe for in this time, maybe like a couple weeks out of the year they train and make sure they're up on all their, martial abilities. And then there are a few who work full-time, who do the politics stuff and, check in with the individuals and recruit, obviously. But you met Sergey, and Sergey basically introduced you to the Elector Count, where you guys pretty much all in all, no holds bar, divulged your story to him. And so, in doing that, the Elector Counts took in the information and essentially told you that he would put some of his people on it, and based on some other information that he had received, he may need to get in touch with you again, and or may need to request your services some more, because again, you're obviously a very important part of what is going on currently. So, upon your departure back to Madame Roche's, or the dancing, what do I call it? The dancing, or no, it was the leaping
goblet.
Goblet. Thank you. I should really open my notes so I don't look like an idiot. The leaping goblet. You all arrived back there, and you were accosted by an individual who said, basically requested your services to smuggle someone out of the city, because obviously word had spread you guys had come in the city. Clearly, if you'd come in, you could always go back out, right? That's totally a thing that could happen. Good luck with that. So, in the interest of just kind of following up a lead, I don't think anybody had actually confirmed they were going to do this yet. You all went to meet the contact, Leoyak. Leoyak Galantara, who was, you noticed him from a distance as you first entered the Elector Count's grounds. He was a high elf, very distinctly high elf, wearing probably more wealth than all of you have in your pockets combined, and wearing a very distinctive set of swords, a long sword and a great sword. And this individual was sparring with a young woman in the courtyard when you guys first arrived, and when you arrived secondly, you found him by himself, and you guys were introduced, and there were some conversations being had, and where we left off, was this young woman coming up and introducing herself as the individual you were sent to quote-unquote smuggle. Also, before we jump right into that scene, I believe we have some people who have leveled up, correct?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Me.
I think that Milo and who?
Jericho.
Me.
The two of you have leveled up. Okay, so have you all decided, officially, what you're going to do with your said level up?
I have indeed.
Cool. So lay it on us, Milo.
So, being a squishy wizard, I've just taken average hit points. But at 5th level, I get access to 3rd level spells. And as an abjuration mage, I have obviously chosen counterspell, because what wizard can't have counterspell? And I've also chosen hypnotic pattern, which is just a bit of extra CC that goes on. So,
Oh fuck!
yeah.
Pretty brutal.
That is pretty brutal. So yeah, that's me for level 5.
So as long as Raka isn't in that cube, man, you're totally good.
Yeah.
Although there may be instances where it's a good thing that Raka's in that cube.
Well, we
Yes.
can just tell him to shut his eyes, right? It's totally how it works.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
No.
But yeah, because I think it's probably got a audio effect as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, let's see. It's somatic. It's not verbal.
Oh, it's true. It is not verbal.
That doesn't mean that the spell doesn't have a sound, but I get the impression that it's anyone who can see it.
It is
Yeah.
a
I think I'd have
pattern.
to
I
read
mean,
the
I
spell
can-
as it's listed in the book, but
Yeah, because I mean, I could close my eyes and still reckless attack fucking people.
I
Assuming,
can knock up the semantics of it if you want, but
let's see.
Yeah, the spell specifies each creature in the area who sees the pattern, but, I mean, I imagine it's going to take people by surprise anyway, so they would need really good advance warning.
Yeah, and if you yell at Raka to close his eyes,
In a language that nobody else there speaks.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, come up with a code
that
word
could
with
be
me.
possible. But
So, do you guys remember what I said, like the very first time, about players will always cheat? This is a perfect example. But yes, that is a wonderful choice, I believe, and will assist you greatly in the not dying department.
yes.
Alright, so here's the thing. If Milo shouts out Jenga,
I was going to suggest it should be safe word, but I also like Jenga.
Oh, I need to tell Jericho something, actually. What you
What
told me.
character?
Let's
Or
let Milo finish what he's doing for his level.
Okay.
Unless that's it.
No, I'll
That
just...
is it. 5th level is just 3rd level spells, and
And that's the only 3rd level spell you took, or the only one you're gonna have prepared most of the time.
oh well. I mean, I've also
It's a
taken
good counter spell.
spell. Yeah, as it says.
That's probably important too,
Yeah.
on a whole lot of levels. Cool. So Jericho, what about you?
I am overflowing with might. So, I get Bardic Inspiration back on short rests now. The Bardic Inspiration dice I give people are now D8s. And I also get my first 3rd level spell, although only one of them because I'm not a nerd like some wizards. And
also
for
means
them,
cutting words is D8s, correct?
yes.
That's also really
Ooh.
good because I feel like you use that a lot more than you use Bardic Inspiration.
I give people Bardic Inspiration all the time. Whether they used it is a different question.
Yeah, I get it like almost every encounter.
I still feel like cutting words has significantly saved your life and the life of
Oh,
your
I'm
parents.
certain it has. And for my 3rd level spell, I'm really torn on some things. At the moment, I'm leaning towards Bestow Curse, although Plant Growth is also pretty tempting. But Bestow Curse seems pretty thematic for the way I've been working with Jericho.
Okay, so we haven't quite decided on that yet, which is fine. Until we get into a combat scenario, I don't care how long it takes you to decide.
And also because I had completely missed that I was supposed to get another cantrip at level 4, I now have Prestidigitation, and since Minor Illusion doesn't seem to be doing much for me, I swapped that out for Vicious Mockery.
Cool. Now you have a cantrip damage. That's important.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly impressive damage, but throwing disadvantage on people is pretty sweet.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Well, also remember your cantrips, because you're level 5, increase by a die.
Oh, that's true. 2d4.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And that is significant to note for you as well, there, Mr. Milo.
Oh my god, Firebolts for 2d10.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
Pretty amazing now.
Rockets dual wield gnomes.
Oh, Jericho, did you get the message?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy,
I know. I'm excited.
that's
I
concerning.
think I know already what Raka has sent you, and it's what he was able to discover
Yep,
retconly last session.
retcon. Awesome.
Word, right?
Yep.
If not, it is now, and I'm the DM, and I can say it is. Okay, cool. So, well, bye, Milo. So, that being said and taken care of and out of the way, let's jump into the scene that we ended off on, where this, and since two of our players were not here, Dalton, go ahead and describe your new character again for us.
Sure, not a problem. So, this character is obviously female. She's obviously human. And she looks to be in her mid to late 20s. She stands at around like 5'8", 5'9"-ish. And she looks... Her build looks to be impeccable as a soldier. Like, she looks like very well fit, even for a woman. Like, she just looks well fit. And she has blood red hair, she has green eyes, and she's fair skin. And she looks pretty, like, on a scale of like 1 to 10, she's probably like a solid like 8 on the hot trail. Like, I imagine her as like Eowyn from Lord of the Rings. So like, she's pretty. She's not the prettiest woman, but she's definitely pretty. So.
Mhm.
So if we go by tastes here, Marcus thinks that's about a -2.
Sure. Sure.
If any of you guys get what that actually means, I applaud you.
Rocco feels that's something.
So, but yes, this is her. So that is the description of the character.
It should be noted too. I'm also.
Little bitch.
I meant to do this a little bit earlier, not during.
Rock isn't an active NPC.
while we're doing this. But I'm also allowing. I'm making it so that all of the other players can see, like, the bio and information of your character sheet now. Because I noticed that a couple people put like bios in there that are pretty cool, and so I feel like just sharing it with me is a little selfish of me.
Wow. Okay.
And I feel like
Get back here, Zetch.
should be able to,
Alright, so I gotta go and read all of these.
This is when I actually have to write a bio out for Milo, is it?
You have a picture. A picture is better than nothing, right?
Yep.
Cool.
So yeah. It is also noted that like this woman that stands before you now is very well armored and very well armed. Like, she has multiple weapons and on her.
It's a fighter.
Are any of them special looking?
They look well made, but they don't look like anything like outstanding. Like, because it looks like she is. I should note that there is a necklace around her neck that holds an emblem of sorts and is an emerald within the symbol, and she has a ring on her left hand that bears a symbol as well.
What is this symbol of?
It just seems like a emblem of like a noble family.
Okay.
It's nothing like anything like too particular, but it just seems like it's
I
an
mean,
emblem.
How noticeable is the symbol on it, Dalton?
It's pretty noticeable. Like, it takes up the whole ring.
Yeah. Any of you could roll a history check.
Oh, got it. Doing it.
I don't care enough.
If my character sheet would like to load, that would be cool. History is up here.
Zetch.
Oh.
And not Marcus.
Not Marcus.
Zetch. It looks identical to the symbol that you've seen sporadically throughout this keep. That you're currently in. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like it looks like the standard that you've seen, maybe even some of the guards wearing.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else about your character, Dalton?
No. I mean, until being confronted with conversations.
Right. So you've approached the party, and Leoyak is standing there, and he's standing there, and he kind of looks lazily, like between you and between the party. And for those martial characters in the party, probably notice this. That includes Zetch, I think. Anyone that is, uses weapons often. He just puts off that vibe, this high elf. He puts off that vibe of, like, a coiled snake, ready to spring into action at any moment. But it's so sharply contrasted by his demeanor that it's a little off-putting, just being in his presence. It's like, this guy could probably pull that sword out and have it at my neck before I could react, but he also looks like that would, he could also just lean up against a tree and go to sleep. So it's a little weird, the way he is currently interacting. He sits there and he kind of is evaluating the five of you that are not Dalton's character, and he says, "Well, I mean, are you gonna introduce yourself or anything? Like, who the hell are you? Why you're here?" He's talking to the party, the five of you.
Didn't we already do that?
We're doing it again for the two players that weren't here.
Oh. Hi. So should I go back over the fact that I want to see his greatsword?
You could totally ask him to find to hold the greatsword if you wanted.
Can I hold the greatsword?
No. Badr Pator does not come out unless I intend on killing you.
That's a shame.
Apologies for my friend here. His name is Raka. I am Milo. We also have Marcus, Jericho, and Setch at the back there. And we heard that there was a proposition.
So for the first time, he kind of notices you, Milo, and he crouches down, and he's resting his forearms on his knees as he's in a crouch, and he looks at you and he says, "Where are you from?"
I'm from very far away in Languille is my hometown.
Yeah, he just kind of nods. You can tell that he recognizes the name, obviously. But he says, "Do you know the fence?"
The
Fence.
pardon?
Do you know the fence?
The
I
fence.
heard you all little people know each other.
I'm afraid that's a common misconception.
That's a shame. That bitch owes me money.
I'm
Kinda
sorry to
shrugs
hear
and stands
that.
back up. He goes, "So, what are y'all doing here? You said there was a proposition? Oh,
That
right.
and
You're the one supposed to steal her out of the city, right?"
also Jebediah.
He goes, "Jebediah. Oh, the other little one. The one that wears a lot of armor and carries around that little flail thingy. That
Yeah, yeah, the awesome one.
Oh. I mean, he's alright, I guess.
He's awesome.
He's religious. Religion puts a bad taste in my mouth."
Really? I'm a follower of Rhea. Bless you.
As of about 2 hours, Raka.
That's 2 hours of faith!
He kind of just shakes his head and he goes, "Alright."
It's been a faithful 2 hours.
If I understand the southern U.S. properly, I think the phrase you're looking for is "bless your heart," which I'm told is a regional colloquialism for "fuck you."
Yes, that's true. As a resident of the South, it is actually very accurate.
It's true. So Leoyak turns towards the new member and he goes, "Well, why you being rude? They gave us all their names. should probably, do the same. They obviously know who I am.
She looks at Yarlak, with just like a gentle look, and she like simply nods. She looks at the party. She's like, "I am Morella." And that's all she says. Like, she's very, she says it in a polite manner.
I whisper over to Jericho. Apparently her name's Urella.
Morella.
Urella.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Morello. More crickets.
So, what exactly is the urgency in getting out of town here?
Highest priority.
She's bored.
No, why? What's bringing that on?
What he said.
She's bored.
Bored?
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised that boredom counts as highest priority at a time like this.
Hey, Jericho, come on. Being bored sucks.
Don't get me wrong, it does, but we were just passing through your farmlands earlier, and they look like they might be on fire from below. I feel like there may be some interesting things worth looking into right around here. In my experience, probably something that's going to require stabbing. That doesn't seem like it would bore you.
Hopefully it would get me from out of the Elector Count's thumb, and then I can leave this goddamn place.
Well, why can't you?
Because I don't really feel like killing all of the Knights of the Stag by myself. I will if I have to, but hopefully with whatever y'all brought, because I saw y'all roll in, yesterday or whatever, but, hopefully I can get the hell out of this place.
Yeah, that's why we went through the tunnels. Didn't feel like murdering all those people.
Don't get me wrong, we ended up killing a lot of stuff down there.
Yeah,
Like what?
There was like a gigantic hook thing, and then I mimicked the hook core. Then there was a huge spiders. Then there was a gigantic salamander with a spear.
I'm just imagining Raka doing interpretive dance for each of them.
I imagine Raka is attempting to play charades with words right now.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
so
what I'm doing.
as you do this, Rocco, you see the expressions on Morella's face, kind of almost seem like not interested. She looks over at the others and she's like, "Can you perhaps tell the story?"
Can I make a performance check to see how well I do?
You know what, Raka? Yes, you can.
Amazing.
It's not great, Raka. It's not great. In fact, all of the things that you do make you just look like a monkey, like an ape, in all of the descriptions and interactions that you perform.
Dance monkey. Dance.
Okay,
Raka
robot.
has negative charisma?
Yeah.
That's honestly surprising to me.
Well, no, but look. Where is this? I have positive. I have proficiency in persuasion.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, it's just the negative.
Well, I'm a guild artisan. What other choices do I have?
True.
So
yeah, you look at who do you look at?
I don't look at anyone in particular. I look at anyone that isn't Rocco.
Okay.
And I'm great at first impressions.
Hey, Jordan.
Yes.
DM, I would like to point out that because of my background, I think I do stand out a little bit more than everybody else.
No, yeah, you absolutely do. You do stand out. Like that is a good thing to note, Marilla. Like you're looking around and your eyes fall on Zetch because he just looks alien to you.
Yeah.
To you.
So the moment my eyes pretty much see Zetch for actually notice him for the first time, I immediately just walk past everyone and just kind of walk around him and kind of look him up and down. You're an odd one. You're not from around here. Is that alright, Leorak? And I look over at Leorak. I can't pronounce his name to fucking save my life, so.
Yeah, it's Leoiak, but yes.
Leoiak.
He was like maybe picking at his nails, and he goes, "What? Yeah, whatever, fine."
She seems like a little like distrusted with that, and she's like, "I'm serious. He doesn't look from around here."
Uh,
if he
None
tries
of
to
us
kill
really
you,
from around here.
if he tries to kill you, stab him in the throat. I mean, I might help if you're gonna die or something, but that's your fight, not mine.
She gives out a sigh, and she's like, "I see."
Setch
Where are you
can
from?
be more than trusted. We've been travelling with him for quite a while now.
Marcus throws his arm around Zetch's shoulder and he says, "Yeah, this here's my good buddy. Don't hurt him."
So, like, as you put an arm around Zetch, you see, like, Morella give you, like, a look up, too, and she's like, "So, are you a priest of sorts?"
You can call me that. I am a warrior cleric of Sigmar. That is who I am.
She scoffs as you say Sigmar, and she's like, "Interesting. Why do you follow Sigmar?"
I follow Sigmar because he is the king of the empire. He is our god. Who else should I follow? I do not
Right.
follow legends and tales. I follow one who was once a man.
Rock accosts and says, Raya!
She just simply smiles and she's like, "Just wondering. Man without convictions is not a man at all." She looks over at Jericho and she's like, "So, you seem to be the more pleasant looking out of the rest of them."
Yeah, he's hot.
That's kind of you.
Simply noticed by your appearance. Don't get me wrong, you're still not my type.
At the moment, Jericho is looking between her and what was Leowiak basically described as like an 11.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. He is fair beyond recognition.
Yeah. So Jericho's kind of looking between her and Leowiak, and that, under the circumstances, it seems like exceptional praise. Thank you. So, we need to get... You want to get out of here as quickly as possible, you say?
Yes.
To
What do
anyone
we-
in particular?
Out of the city.
Do we need to take care of you after that, or what?
She simply like chuckles and she's like, "Take care of me. I'm sure I'll be having to take care of you fuckers."
Okay, that was rude. Don't see why we needed the language.
Pardon my... It slips here and there.
Well, it was fucking rude.
Anyway, so I guess, Jericho looks around at the rest of the party. We do think that we're going to... Are we just leaving here? Is that our plan? Are we not at all concerned about this, pseudo-burning wasteland we're in the middle of?
I do have a question. And then I turn to...
Leowiak jumps in on that comment and he goes, "Leaving? Well, don't take this the wrong way, or do, I don't care, but the 5 of you plus her, maybe, I guess, she might be able to do something, might not be able to make it out past the Knights of the Stag, so unless you intend on coming the direction you came, which from what I hear from the court is not easy, that seems like a horrible idea."
Exactamundo. Which is why I have a question.
Yes, big, tall, and dumb one.
That's not very nice.
It
Not
is
a
true,
very
though.
nice person.
Anyways, why did Jebedo want to talk to you?
He kind of looks and goes, "Well, I got a message from Jebedo regarding the Melchior's Tower. I understand that he was looking for it.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
I know
forgot.
of it. I've been inside before, but not when it was here."
Wait, it moves?
He nods.
Then where were you when you entered it?
Ulathan. For those of you that don't know, but all would know, Ulathan is the home of the High Elves across the ocean.
Huh.
A lot of magic in there. I'm not one for the arcane arts myself. I prefer good steel, good blade in my hands, but I've heard rumors that it's come back to its home. Do you know the story of Melchior?
Yeah.
He was a... wizard might not be the best term. Warlock, maybe? He made a deal with, well, a very bad entity. And it consumed him through and through. He was corrupted. The elves actually were forced to quell the tower at one point when we owned these lands, and those short bearded fat ones didn't push us out. But from what I know of it, it has just residual magic. Nothing that probably the likes of you couldn't deal with, but I would suggest not being inside when it leaves again. Who knows where you'll end up.
Noted. Thank you.
I can give you an idea of its location or where it might be if it's in the Empire.
That'd be awesome.
He nods. He says, "Don't say I never did shit for you."
Okay, I won't.
And he says, he looks up and looks past all of you, and he says, "Damn it." And I assume you all turn around to what he was looking at.
Yes.
So you see,
Yes.
the Elector Count is walking across the courtyard, flanked by like 6 guards, and they look like they look royal enough. They don't look like your typical everyday run-of-the-mill guards. For those of you who know anything about Talabheim, which you guys have been in town for a couple days, and they're not unknown, but the Knights of the Red Shield are actually the Elector Count's bodyguards, and because they're very literal in this world, all of them either carry a shield that is painted red, or actually have a red shield tabard on. It's like just a plain white field with the red shield on it, and they are approaching you guys. And the Elector Count puts out his arms, and he goes, "Mirella, my daughter, come, give your father a hug."
She sighs heavily under her breath, and she's like, and then like she puts on a very plastic smile. She's like, "Hello, father." And she like opens her arms and hugs him.
Yeah, and they embrace for a moment, and he says, "Oh, I see you've met the travelers that came into town the other day. I hope they weren't filling your head with any stories of the outside."
Oh, they weren't, father. And I simply just like look over at the others as like I'm done hugging him. And if you guys can ever get a death cold woman glare, it's now. It's now that moment as she looks at you guys.
Rocka smiles because he thinks he's getting checked out.
He says, "Well, it is fortuitous that you all are here today. I assume that you have already met Leoiak."
Who?
Yes, we have.
Good. Well, I would ask that you all join me in the war room. We've put together the pieces of something that, from what you have brought to us, and hopefully we'll be able to move on this plan that we have. But if I may ask, it would require your assistance. Just one more time for us.
Got it. You know what that means, right, sir?
That you will get